Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, December the 3rd. Mel Zelenak is with us. Good to have you here.
Hi, Paul.
And you got some New Year's resolutions dealing with money, right?
We're going to talk about some New Year's resolutions, and even if we don't finish all of them next time, we'll finish the rest.
Okay, and let's give your history. You are a retired professor with the University of Missouri in...
I taught in financial planning, and I was in the financial planning department, and I don't believe in financial planners unless they're fiduciaries. If they're fiduciaries, then it's worth trusting your money with them. I want to tell you that the fiduciary rule, you may know, is gone by the wayside. It was a judge who actually eliminated that with one of his rulings. However, not many states, there's 5 states now that are actively involved in considering a fiduciary rule for their state. New Jersey is the one that's leading the way on this.
Missouri is not one.
No, Missouri is not one of them.
Okay.
But that may come to pass pretty soon, because that's such an industry where the consumer can save so much money if they would avoid people who are not fiduciaries. And in Columbia, for example, in mid-Missouri, there's only 2 true fee-only financial planners in the entire area.
Okay.
And I'll give you their names. They're Erickson and Clarity.
Okay.
Are the 2 names.
Okay, so what are our resolutions here?
Okay, number 1, as a Christmas gift for your teenager, your young adult, or young marrieds, these are 3 books that I recommend to them.
Christmas gifts for your teen, young adults, or
young marrieds.
Newly married.
Someone from the ages, I'm going to say, of maybe 14 up to 30 years old.
Okay, so we got resolutions and Christmas gift ideas.
The first one is called The Smartest Investment Book You'll Ever Read. I've got the old edition. I like it as much as their newer edition. And I just checked it online. It's $1.99 if you want to buy it online.
That's a cheap Christmas gift.
Yeah, it's a cheap one.
All right, the smartest investment book you'll ever read. That's a Christmas gift idea.
And that's a used one, by the way. A new one, I think, costs about $12.
All right.
The second one that I would consider is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
And this was on the New York Times bestseller list.
That is the best-selling finance book of all time.
It is?
That book right there, yes.
And it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad
by Robert Kiyosaki. I use both of these books in my classes when I taught. And that one teaches about passive income. This one will make you rich. This one will help you keep your money.
Okay, explain. Passive income is something that you don't really have to work at. You have an investment and it's making you money.
That's right.
That's like owning land or an apartment building or a house and renting it out.
Yes. The way I like to mention it is every second of the day with passive income, you're making money, even when you're sleeping. Okay, so if you've got a real estate investment that is generating income, that's an excellent example. If you've got even index funds, for example, you could say that typically over a long period of time, that's going to make you money every second of the day. Admittedly, that's a little iffy because that can
it goes up and down. It goes up and down.
But those are 2 examples that I like to use. But anything that puts money in your pocket every second of the day without you doing anything extra.
Okay, that's passive income. What else have you got?
And then number 3 is another book, and you should remember 2 of these because I gave these out as presents in previous years. My List by Bishop and James, and this one costs, if you want to get a used copy, $1. If you want to get a new copy, it's around $6 or $7.
It's called My List?
My List.
And what's in
24
it?
Reflections on Life's Priorities. And if you remember this, at the end of this, they have a CD, and it's Toby Keith's My List.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And what is that about, Paul? Do you remember?
Well, it's about what the important things in life are.
That's right. And those are 3 things you want to keep in mind.
Many times we put too much emphasis on things in life that really are not important in the great scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this one makes me think too. You know, there's more important things than just money and making money and losing money and
right
and
okay.
spending money.
We got about 2 minutes left here, Mel.
Okay. Because I realized the average total fees for investing with a typical financial planner / advisor are 4.17% per year, I will avoid my financial planner and only go to fiduciaries even if I need advice. By the way, if you read this smartest investment book you'll ever read, for many, many people, indeed I would say for most people, you may not need to go to even a fee-only financial planner. I like financial planners, fee-only financial planners, to go to them periodically, and you'll pay an hourly rate for that. And just check up on your finances. Make sure you're doing the proper things with your investments or even your savings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another suggestion that I would have. Keep in mind, my advice has been for many years, Warren Buffett's advice for his family: invest in low-fee, broad-based index funds like a S&P 500, like a total stock market. And Warren Buffett, as well as I, prefer Vanguard mutual funds.
Now, the thing that you have to keep in mind when you're investing in anything is you also have to have the stomach for it, too. It's not always going to be a good run.
Well, the neat thing, though, about investing early is you're investing money that really you're not going to need for 30 or 40 years. And during that period of time, admittedly, your funds are going to go up, they're going to come down, but during that long period of time, you're typically going to be making 6 or 7% a year, less the fees. That's why you want to make sure you're paying as low a fee as possible. With Vanguard, you're going to pay a very, very minimal fee. That's why I like them so much. It's typically, Vanguard and Fidelity are typically the lowest fees that you're ever going to pay on in the stock market.
All right. You know what? We're out of time for today, Mel. And I don't think you got everything in that you wanted. So
why don't we warn our affiliates that I'll go over?
We're not going to warn the affiliates of anything. You can come back again, and we'll pick up where we left off. All right?
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Paul.
Merry Christmas to you too, Mel Zelenak, you and your family. We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, Capital City Productions and Como Youth Works. Something you'd like to hear or see, I'd love to hear from you. Pepper P, Missouri.edu. Bye-bye.